Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Jeanette Collins, and I'm with Stampin' to Connect. And what I do is a lot of cards. I use Stampin' Up products because I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today I want to demonstrate how to make this, I think, is the most beautiful card with, with this rose gold, beautiful paper. So if you would like to do this card with me, I'm going to give you a list, and so you can screenshot it or just replay it, and then you'll be able to see what we're using today. So here's a list of things I'm going to use. I figured this was the easy way to do it. I'm using Charming Sentiments. I know it's no longer in stock, but it is a retired $1 million, stamp set. That means a demonstrator actually created it. But I'm using one stamp from there, and I just like it. So you can use any stamp, sentiment stamp in place of it. I am using the largest happy birthday in the go-to greetings. I'm using artistic dies. If you have those, just one die. Petal Pink is the cardstock, and the metallic DSP is this one right here. And the coral. I am going to be doing some embossing. So you're going to need your Versamark ink, white embossing powder, and we're going to put this on vellum. So I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to see, because you have to be pretty careful that you don't, make the vellum warp too much. And then you're going to need the Calypso Coral ink pad, iridescent pastel gems, which are fairly new. They're beautiful. And if you have some fine gold thread around, I think in our catalog we have a heavier gold thread, but what I'm going to use is actually pretty thin. So it's just really whatever you have. All right. Again, you can screenshot this and we will get going. Let me show you the card that we're going to make. Put this here, you can see it. The card we're going to create together is this one. Let me move my Stampin' to Connect. Okay. It just turned out so pretty. You can see the little gems and that fine thread in there. And then on the inside, it says happy birthday. And I have the little strip at the bottom. So it's not hard. It just has, several pieces to it. So, okay. By the way, like I said, I'm Jeanette Collins. And right now we're in the middle of celebration, and that means you can get free stuff. So if you do not know about celebration, it's going to come around only once this year, and it runs to the end of February. For every $50 you spend in retail, then that means without tax and shipping, then you get to choose some free items. And this little booklet, it has a lot of beautiful things in it that you can choose from. There's some more paper. Just gorgeous. And there's some cute stamp sets in the beginning, like the little owls. As you can see, it says free. So if you do not have a demonstrator, you sure can contact me. I'm going to show you my email address. I think that's the easiest way to contact me. stampjcollins@gmail.com. And I'm going to leave that up there because it's also joining time. And this time we have such a great special. So I want to share that with you really quick. For the first time, Stampin' Up! Has given us 3 options. Never done before. And it's so great. Option 1 is that you can choose this blue mini cut and emboss machine. It is so cute, and this is a boho blue. It's going to be a new in color that's going to be coming up, so we're really excited about that. Option 2 is you can get the white one if you choose that. Now, and then the option 3 is our normal $99 sign up to be a demonstrator or a hobbyist. You do not have to sell anything, or you do not have to do videos. You don't have to do anything. You can just enjoy your 20% off every time you shop Stampin' Up. And that's, that's good. You'll be buying from yourself, and, why not? So, but the special thing is that normally it's $99 and you get to choose $125 worth of things from your product, just anything you want when you sign up. Well, this time it's $175. Unheard of. So generous, and that's so neat. Now, the option 1 and 2, if you would like to take advantage and get this little embossing machine, the sign up is $129, but still, that's giving you a bargain to buy that, under half price, I think. So go look at your little Stampin' Up celebration. If you do not have a catalog, a mini catalog, or this celebration catalog, please contact me at stampjcollins@gmail.com. You can also go to my website, which is stampin2connect.com. Stampin2connect.com. It looks like this. So, all righty. So that's all the advertising I will do for now. And let's get to this card. Okay. So this was a list of things that you're going to need, and let's get moving, making this beautiful card. All right, do I need to hide? Yeah, let me hide that Stampin' to Connect. Okay, and you see my name right here, Jeanette Collins, under me, okay, and my desk. All right, I do have a host code up there, February host code. So if you do want to choose me as your demonstrator and you decide you're going to purchase, if you'll use that host code, I would greatly appreciate it. It is YSN3MWRG. Okay, and that comes at checkout. All right, so what we're going to start with today is a Calypso Coral card base. All right, let me move this for now. Okay, and I'm made it a side folding card base. I want to make sure I get this really sharp. It closes. Look how it just closes so much better when you do burnish that end. You're also going to need a piece of this, and this one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just you're cutting a quarter off one side and cutting a quarter off the bottom, and that's going to leave you 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So let's put some glue on this. I am a glue girl. I love the mono liquid glue. It's Tombow Mono is what they call it. It can be found in our store. Oh, and by the way, on the what am I trying to say? I just put that celebration. On the celebration, Stampin' Up just added some more products too. So make sure you go online and look, because they've got some really nice things. Some products that are actually out of the main catalog. So that's really neat. Okay, as you can see with my glue, I can pretty much slide this into place. Again, it's leaving that 1/8 of an inch all the way around, so nice and pretty. Okay, let's see. I want to put, you know what I think I forgot to do? I forgot to get this color paper for the inside. That means you've got to excuse me while I go get that paper. Hang on. Whoops. I'm so sorry about that. Let me add myself back in. Is this where I want to go? I can never remember. Yeah, okay. And sorry about that. I forgot this one piece of cardstock. Okay, so this piece of cardstock cut again at 4 by 5 1/4 will go on the inside, so it has that small 1/8 of an inch all around again. But before we stick it in, we're going to stamp it happy birthday, and we're going to do that in the coral, Calypso coral. I just think this looks so pretty with the Calypso coral. So we're going to stamp it that, and I'm going to use my large happy birthday from the go-to greetings, and that stamp set looks like this. It has the best sentiments. Actually, it's just 3. It's happy birthday, thinking of you. Oh, 4. Happy birthday, thinking of you, thank you, and just a note. But then they repeat them in the tiny font and then the big giant font. And so I love this set. I love it. I will never get rid of it because I will use it for my own personal, card giving. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that was loud. All right, let me ink this up, this large happy birthday. I think it's done pretty good. I have to turn my card a little bit so that I can see it. There's somebody else that does this too, I think. I could put it straight and try. Okay, let me try. It's going to go right here. And I like to hold it down just a second. There. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, it's not as crisp as I like. And if you want to get a very crisp image, I suggest, because look how crisp this one is. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to show you the difference. This one on the card, I use the Stamparatus, and that is so that I could stamp it as many times as I wanted to make it as dark as I wanted to. And this one, you can see it just kind of missed a little bit in the P's, but that's really all. But I wanted it nice and dark. So, but you can't do that with a cling stamp unless you have a Stamparatus. All right, now we're going to add this little piece. It's just a 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to have to cut it off. So let's go ahead and add that at the bottom. I'm going to pick it up. I have found that when I add my glue, I run much thinner if I hold it in my hand. If I put it on the mat and then spread it, I tend to go heavier. It's just what I do. I don't know. Maybe it's having it closer to my eye. Not sure. Okay, here we go. So that looks beautiful. Now we're going to turn it over and just cut that little end off. If you're liking what I'm doing so far, please give me a like, and of course subscribe if you would like to, because I'm trying to do more videos. Okay, so we got that, and we can put it on the inside of our card. And then the next thing we're going to work on is the embossing. Okay, so we're done with this. We can put this on the inside of our card. So far, it's very easy. All we've done is put a layer here and putting this layer on the inside. And beautiful. Okay, here we go again with the very thin. See how thin I can get this? And it's only when I hold it. Isn't that the craziest thing? Look at that. Barely any. And you don't need much because this Tombow Mono glue is so strong. Okay. And here we're putting it in with 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And we're just going to smooth it down. And there we go. So that's ready to go. Now, I do have, we're going to work on that vellum, but I also have this little piece that I've already die cut. It comes from the Artistic Dies. This has been in our catalog, in our annual catalog. It's just such a gorgeous set. Look at this. So if you haven't purchased this yet, go to the annual catalog or write down this number. It's 155371, and that will make sure that that gets put in your cart that way. All right, so we're going to use that. And now let me pull my Versamark. My little Stampin' Buddy. Is that what it's called? Emboss Buddy. That's what it is. And the stamp I'm going to use is, it's coming again from this Charming Sentiments. Again, this is already retired, but you may have it in your stash. So I'm going to use this one. I just love this little saying, wishing you everything wonderful. And, you know, wishing you a birthday, wishing you happy birthday, but everything wonderful. And then it says happy birthday on the inside. So I really like that. Now, what we're going to need to do is get my vellum. And I'll put it here. Okay. Here's the vellum. Actually, I want to put a pad under my vellum because this is a photopolymer. That means it's a clear stamp. And this clear stamps need that little cushion. You guys, you can pretty much choose anything. I've seen people use their Stamparatus pad. I use an old, what's this called? Mouse pad, and I just put that paper over it. So okay, a lot of people use the piercing tool, but it's really tall, I think, for me. Okay, here's my embossing powder, Buddy powder, and I embossed it on. And what this keeps is it takes away the static so that and any kind of oils, residues that you have on your fingers, it kind of, you know, blots that out. And then I have my Versamark ink. It's basically just a white, or actually clear, sticky ink. And I'm going to take it to my stamp and tap all over. Just keep tapping it. And you can feel it grabbing. It's very sticky. And we're going to place it on that area where we just put the embossing powder. Okay. There we go. Hold it there. And up. Wow. I can actually see it on my paper. I know you can't, but I can. Can you see it? Look. You can see it shiny. See it shiny right there? That's the embossing powder. I mean the embossing Versamark. And I'll get my little homemade embossing thing. And I'm going to pour some white embossing powder over this. Let's see. And here we go. Just pour it straight on. And you can be generous, it doesn't matter. If you can't see it, you may have to go all the way to the edges. All right, so we've got that done. And now we want to just kind of shake it. You can shake it off. And there, this is what I like to do. There. And now you can see it. That's all white. And you don't have any other little white specks because we use that embossing powder. Okay, and we'll put this back in a little bit. Find a spot for it. And now we're going to use the heat gun to melt this. Now, when I melt on vellum, I like to go from the back first. Okay, let me heat up my gun. It might be a little noisy. Hopefully my sound won't pick it up too badly. I like to put it on my skin so I can see that it's really, really hot. It doesn't take but a few seconds. Okay, from the back first. I know you can't see it, huh? And then from the front. It's already getting shiny, and that means that it is melting like it's supposed to. And I think we're done. See how shiny that came? So that's good. Now, I know what else I need to do is I need to find my die. Okay, the Charming Sentiments came with this bundle, and it has all these cutouts for all those sentiments, and it's so awesome. I think I know who made this one or designed it. And we're going to use this larger sentiment and cut it out with our mini emboss machine that you can get with a sign up. If you don't have a demonstrator, or if you've never signed up to do anything with Stampin' Up, you can sure contact me and I'll help you get started. Okay. Even with the suggestions of what you should get with for the $175. I can help you spend that real fast. Okay. Now let's get that emboss machine. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to use a little piece of tape or a little piece of washi tape. Now see, this fits so tight, so I think it's best to use a little washi. I'm going to use this thinner stuff. I, have been a scrapbooker for a long time, so I have lots of washi tape on my hands, but in all different kinds. And this one, of course, is very thin, and it's such a low-tack tape that it won't pull your paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this one across here on this end, and then I'm going to put some on the other end. Okay, and then we're going to run it through the mini. Okay, we might as well cut this off because I know we're good. There we go. Put that aside, and let's get that little mini emboss machine out. Okay, I know I have one plate right here. Here it is. Let me zoom out. There you can see it. This is what the embossing machine looks like. It's so little. Look, my hand covers the whole side, so it's small. Isn't that great? And you just flop these down so it's very portable. And I keep my my other little plates in here just so that I don't lose them. We're going to need the white, which is a number 1. It goes in first. And then we need one of the clear plates, which is a number 2. It goes down next. And then we put our whatever we're going to emboss right there, and put the other. We have a second clear plate, which is another number 2 that we'll put in. So, kind of like your big emboss machine, but it's just so cute. All right. And, if you go to a friend's house and you want to emboss stuff, I think the platform here is like 3.5 inches. So there's a lot of die cuts that you can cut with this little thing. Okay. Oops, go a little bit more. And take top plate off. I'm going to take this off. And then I'll put both of my plates back in my little pouch so they don't walk away from me. I always know where they are then. And then I close this up and put it right next to it on my little shelf right there, an arm's reach. Okay, let's see what this turned out to look like. Come on, let's get this tape off. Might be better just to poke it out first. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay, it's still on there, but see, it fell out. I'll tackle this in a little bit. All righty. So we have this beautiful embossed, very detailed all the way around. Isn't that so cool? Okay, so now we're going to take our card and we're going to look at where to place these things. I want this to be about right there. And then my leaf from my artistic dies is going to be to the right of it. Since it curves to the left, it will look really nice. I got to poke out a few of these little, can you see what I'm doing? Go back. Whoops. Whoa. Maybe that's too close. Oh, come on. Doesn't want my fingers to work. Okay. See, I'm just poking out the remaining little things, but it really did well embossing. This is another set I'll never get rid of. It's just beautiful to me. Okay. And I'm going to place it about right there. See how it fits so nicely? And now the next thing is to glue it down. And yes, I glue it. Put that away. Well, I may need this. Okay, get some of these other things out of the way. All right, let's get the glue. I'm going to need my reverse tweezers. So I think I'm going to put, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put this down first. So what I will do is just turn it over. And I'm going to put the glue. I'm going to hold it again because I think that's easier. And you'll be able to see what I'm doing anyway. Okay. I'm going to put just thin little things of glue. Actually, what I just did is I made a little drop and then I just move it with the tip. There. And just on I'm not putting any around the little holes or at the ends. They're just going on this little stem. Come on. So just that little bit, and it takes a couple, probably a minute to really set once you put it down. So it shouldn't dry before I finish getting this glued up. Okay, and I'm not doing the tips. Okay, let me turn this around. Let go of my fingers. And get this on the card. Okay, move that away. And hopefully you can see. I'm going to hold this tip because I know there's no glue there. Hold this tip. And we're just going to place it down. Now you want to be careful not to move it around a lot because since this is that gold, it will smear. It will show. So you don't want to just keep moving it around. You want to, pretty much know where you're going to put it and then just tap it down like that. See? I like when things move off, gives you some dimension. I see one little place I forgot to get the, okay, there, it's out. All right. Now, the next thing is to get the glue on our sentiment. And so again, I'm going to, I did this to the other card. And if you look at it, I don't think you can see any glue marks. What you're seeing is the back of the card. You're seeing the lighter gold, and then you're seeing the dark parts. So you don't have to be afraid. I think this glue dries clear. So what I'm doing, again, if you want to see, I always go the wrong way. I am holding it on my reverse tweezers and then just kind of spreading it down all the way around, hitting those edges. You see how thin I'm doing it? No big globs. You can run down on that letter because you know it's going to be okay. On those little thick parts, you can put the glue, just in case you're worried. I'm not worried because I've already done it. You know, card making is so relaxing. I stay in here all day. And then it's like, then when I need to go somewhere, I look at my closet and I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't have any clothes to wear because I tend to get lost in here. All right. Okay. Very good. I think that's plenty. And now we will place it on the card. And I'm going to put it about right. Okay. See this one? It's the second one from the bottom. I'm going to kind of put it real close to it. When you put any kind of embellishment or anything on your card, when you already have this, you always want to stay close. That's kind of a design element. You know, if you were to put it way up here at the top, yeah, it's okay, but it's so far away from the element. So that G is pretty close. So that's beautiful. All right. And now the next thing is my gold thread, my fine gold thread. I am actually going to use these little gems. This is the pastel gems, iridescent pastel gems. And I'm going to use the lighter color that's hidden under here. See those? I think they just look so pretty because they're kind of clear, but then they pick up the colors. They'll pick up the gold and it picks up because they're iridescent. Aurora borealis, I think is the word. Okay, here I have, this is my gold thread. See how thin it is? And it frays easily. Let's see if I can get it there. Okay, see how it's frayed? Oh, okay. Anyhow, I'm going to take a good bit of it also. Let's see. About 18 inches and cut it. I always cut it as I work with it. Okay. I'll put it that aside. And what I want to do, I will fray the ends a little bit. See how it just frayed so nicely? And I'm going to fray this one too. It's already done for me, see? But it can go a little more. So I'm fraying about at least an inch. Or look, that's almost an inch and a half. Let's go with this one that way too. In scrapbooking, we were doing this with real thread, of course, you know, any kind of thread you can find that matches your stuff. And we used to put the thread on our scrapbook layouts around the pictures and things. It's always so pretty. So we're going to just wrap it and wrap it again. I want to kind of stay in that circular motion. I'm going to pull it way up here. Let's see, maybe like this. You're going to see how I'm going to make this work in just a second. Come on. Where's this one? Oh, it's underneath. I'll pull it out from underneath. I don't know why it's underneath. Okay, here. Okay, I'm going to pull it up this way and then make another circle around. So it's just like big circles. And, you know, there's no rhyme or reason. You can just have fun with it. Just makes it a little artistic, like our artistic dies. Okay, now to make this all hold on, what I did is I kind of pulled them together in some spots, okay? And then I'm going to use glue, a mixture of glue and the dots, because the dots, you know, just like dimensionals kind of help things stay in place. Well, so can your dots. Sometimes you may need to use a little bit of glue to help it stay. But okay, I'm going to cut this one for sure. It's a little long. There. And now I'm going to fray it again. I think I'm pretty close where you can see what I'm doing. Okay. It's frayed right there. And this one too. I wanted it to be up here where it looks like it's thread. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a tiny little dot of glue right here underneath the sentiment. And I'm going to take my tool and pick up the threads and set it on there and then press it down with my tool. Just hold it. Because like I said, it doesn't take very long for this to set. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of those jewels and put it right there. Okay, it's already starting to set. Oop, unless I pull it up. And hold it just a couple more. I think it was somebody by the name of Allie that was real big with putting, I'm going to put this right here, putting a lot of thread on her scrapbook layouts. And then once we saw her do it, we're like, oh, well, we got to do that too. You know how that goes. Oops, it's coming up. Okay, if it comes out, don't worry, because we can always put more glue on it. Let's see. And I want this one to come down right here. So looks like I can put, see right here, see how these two are coming together? That's where I want to put the glue. Just kind of hold it. Scoot. Okay, come on. And scoot it over with my finger just a little bit. Put a little dot of glue. Come on. Oh, a little more than a dot. But that's okay. And it's kind of up against that leaf, so that's fine too. And I'm just pressing it into the glue. Gonna let it hold. And then I want to put one of these on there. My fingernails are not long enough to pick them up off the paper. I hope you will leave me a comment and let me know how I'm doing. You know, it's hard to get a traction on YouTube and Facebook if you don't have people commenting, because that helps the algorithm. So if you like this card, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and also comment and share, because that also helps. Okay, I've got that there. Now I'm going to get another large one, large jewel, and I'm going to put it right over it. Hold it there with my finger. My fingernails are so short. I was going to put some little falsy nails on, and I'm like, oh, that's just too much trouble. And I don't like to go to the salon anymore. I think, you know, COVID got me out of the habit. But then the other thing is my nail beds are a little sensitive. Okay, holding that down. Holding this one down. That one's stuck. So, I think that just looks so neat, just to have something, a different element. And that's all this is. It's just adding another element, like you're adding the jewels, but you're adding the thread. Okay, and let's see. Let me put a couple more I'm going to put one of these larger ones up here by the everything. Again, not too far away. Notice that I'm staying close to things. and that keeps them from floating away. And then I'll put a couple little ones a little further away, like maybe here, but again, close to the leaf. Oops. Okay. And then one more little one, a little higher. Let's put it up here by this leaf. Just helps ground it. And then this kind of helps your eye. See, go all the way down the card and you'll be looking at these little fringy things. So there you go. Move that. This is the card, the way it's looking. Isn't that cool? You can zoom out just a little. There we go. I think it's beautiful. Like I said, that thread just gives it a little extra, little extra something. And then the embossing too. Doesn't that look so pretty? So, and of course, every thread that you do, it's going to be different. So just have fun with it. Don't think it has to look like mine. Just stick it in there, you know, just get it in there, loop it in there somehow and fringe the ends and hold it with the jewels and you'll be fine. It doesn't have to be the same. And then the last bit before I go is to put the envelope together. So let's do that. Move everything. Okay, you can see the card, right? Okay, here's my white envelope. And I have a 2.5 inch piece of this coral designer paper, and you can see it's going to fit just fine. And what we do, if you haven't done this before, you will put the glue on the flap, on the outside of the flap. Don't get it too close to the edges, but you especially if you can go thin like I'm doing, if you can go this thin, then you don't have to worry about the very edges because it won't bleed. See? And then just a little bit in the center, not much. Like I said, it's very, very strong glue. I like to push it down, and then I'm going to get this on here. You can kind of push it to the edge. I don't like to go all the way to the edge. Almost. Okay, that. I am talking to my recording I'm doing. And now all I have to do is cut this off using the envelope flap as a guide. And there we go. So here's the card today. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this card together. Thank you for being here. If you need anything, please let me know. Like I said, you can find me at stampingtoconnect.com. Stampingtoconnect.com. This is what it looks like. Or you can send me an email. Here, it's stampjcollins@gmail.com. If you need any help with getting brochures or catalogs, let me know by sending me an email. That would be the best way. All right. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Bye.